And it's an absolute pleasure to be here, and I just wanted to thank you all so much for coming out here today and showing your support. For me, for Richard and for Amanda, it is an absolute honour and privilege to be among such esteemed individuals who have done so much to help their local community and so much to help the wider world in general. They really are the embodiment of that notion of thinking globally and acting locally. And it is a special honour to share a stage with Dr. Bob Brown, who's a personal hero of mine and, of course, an inspiration to so many people. I'm running for Kingborough Council because I love this place and I want what is best for it. I want the community, the people in the community and the natural values of the community to thrive. Being a responsible steward for a community is about taking a collaborative approach. And I recognise that we must work together with a generosity of spirit, with an open mind and with a welcoming heart. I grew up in Allens Rivulet and for as long as I can remember, I've been interested in social justice and in community engagement. So even when I was in school, I was on the Tasmanian Youth Consultative Committee and I was on the board of Tasmanian Youth Broadcasters as their Vice President and their Secretary. They are the organisation that operates Edge Radio. So I've always been passionate about giving people a voice. I participated in every single youth parliament year in and year out, and I also volunteered for the United Nations Youth Association of Australia, and I was on the state debating team. When I was 18 years old, I left Tasmania to study acting at NIDA, where I was intent on becoming a superhero in action movies. And sadly, Chris Hemsworth has since taken my job. In my second year at NIDA, my father, Robert, was struck down with motor neuron disease, which is an awful terminal illness, and he made the decision that he wanted to receive voluntary assisted dying, voluntary euthanasia. And it was an incredibly difficult decision for him, for my family, for myself, but we all supported him 100%, and we were there with him and we were there for him. But of course, voluntary euthanasia is illegal, and I tell you what, if I wasn't political before that, I became political after that. It was indeed my first time in, I guess, coming into contact with the Greens, in fact. So my dad received the death that he wanted. It was I guess, making the best of a bad situation. But the fact that his autonomy was denied him under the law made me confused and furious and want to be an advocate. And that's when I met Nick McKim and Cassie O'Connor, and they've been a terrific support to my family over the years. And I worked with Kate Fairman in the New South Wales State Parliament at the time to help her develop her Dying with Dignity Bill 2009. So since then, I've worked for Dying with Dignity New South Wales. I moved back to Tasmania to work for the Heart Foundation, and I've worked for Anglicare, Tasmania's Social Action and Research Centre, and helped out with lots of community organisations. I've gained a lot of governance experience. I was on the ABC Advisory Council, and currently I'm on the board of Gymnastics Tasmania, where I chair the Facilities Committee. Now, you might not know it to look at me, but I am a gymnast, and I was on the state tumbling team last year and this year. Unfortunately, I got picked to the post. I crashed out of the national championships because I've got an injury in my knee at the ripe old age of 29. It's just, these things start to happen. It turns out I'm not invincible after all. But I'm running for council because I want to see zero waste in Kingborough. And I mean zero waste of resources, but also zero waste of people. There are far too many young people in this community who are not given the opportunity to become their best selves and not given the opportunity to receive gainful, secure employment close to home, to help out the community that they love so much. I'm running for council because I want to help the council remain forward-focused and to plan for the future. We need to be ready in our preparations, in our plans to mitigate climate change. We need to be ready with our infrastructure and public services to cater for a growing, fast-growing and dynamic and inclusive community. And that's what I want to see. Once again, thank you all so much for coming out today. It's a real pleasure to be here and to join with you in this campaign. And I really encourage you to get behind the campaign, be it a door knock or doing some letterboxing for us, or even just telling your friends and family, share our story, share our vision for Kingborough, and together we can make a really big change. So thanks, and I look forward to speaking with you as the campaign continues about the issues that matter to you.